that or do better than that.
Right.
You get a touchdown, a 2-point conversion. Your opponent has to match that to keep the game going.
Now, in the college game, if you do that 3 times, the 3rd time you have to start, after that you have to start going for 2. I don't know if that rule is the same in high school.
Let's hope we don't get that far, Mark.
I don't know. I'm having a good time.
Yeah, no.
I got nowhere else to go. I don't have to do the Connecticut 6, the Central Connecticut season opener for another, almost 23 hours.
Hey, you got plenty of time. Yeah, how exciting. College basketball about ready to go.
Yeah, it's going to be it's a busy time of the year, and it's just the best time of year when a lot of the sports are going, and here come the captains for both squads.
Yeah, you're right, Mark. When football, basketball merge, the exception of the NBA, of course, but...
Okay, gentlemen, let's meet right in the middle of the field here. This game has ended in a tie. We need to play overtime in order to get a victor. By rule, we are going to have the visitors call the coin toss. All right, I've got a big coin once again. That is a head, and that's a tail. Head and tail. All right, your choice is? Okay, here we go. If I drop, we'll do it again. And we have a tails. Tails is called. You have the option of taking the ball or playing defense. You're going to play defense. Going to take the ball. What going to defend? All right, let's place it down here. All right, guys, here we go. Here we go. You're going to be. I want you to switch around. Here, come around this way, gentlemen. All right. Okay. In the first overtime period, Foran will be on offense at the top of the inning. This way. Okay, guys, let's shake up and have a good time.
Top of the 10th.
Well, you know, it is kind of like an inning because the home team will certainly get its last ups.
Right.
And Foran gets the football first. Now, John, and you win the coin toss as Guilford did. You want to be on defense first, and explain why.
Well, because you want to see what you have to match, if you have to match. If they get a field goal, now you know you come down here and you need a touchdown to win it. At worst, you need a field goal to tie it.
That's the advantage. And then what will happen if we go to a second inning, as Craig Doliak referred to it as, then Guilford will go first on offense. So if you play a consecutive inning, the team that plays offense last will then go again. And thus the team playing defense last will have to play again. So that factors into when you have to stay on the field a little bit longer, if that is necessary. So here it is. The ball goes to the 10-yard line, excuse me. The ball at the 10-yard line. So this is a lot different when you take 15 yards out of the equation, John, of the college rule.
Well, and I think at this point, you look to your seniors, your guys who've been here before, Mark.
2 receivers to each side and a false start right away.
Yep, it's going to be on Foran.
And David Sorensen just...
False start, offense.
The left tackle just reared up, ready to pass block.
Gave it away there, right? I mean, you know, you expect a little bit of jitters in this situation, Mark. Every play, every snap is a big snap right now.
Sure, and you talked about it. Foran hasn't won a home game this year. Only 1-6 overall, beating East Haven earlier. Aspinwall trying to keep it. And
is that Monty in there? No. J.P. Peters.
Peters came up with the play.
Boy, he ran through untouched.
So it is now 2nd down and goal. Of course, it's 2nd and goal from the 15. And actually just outside the 15. And when you look at that, it would be about a 32-yard field goal attempt if they don't gain any yardage.
Watch Silvestri on the left side in the slot.
That's where Aspinwall's looking for Rousey, and it's incomplete. And I think jitters, I think you're right, John. I think they're getting close to a decision, close to the end here in the critical decision-making time and execution. And Foran is struggling in this first series.
I don't think either team has played an overtime game yet this year, so you're not in this situation very often, Mark. And I wonder how much they practice this.
That's an excellent point. 3rd down. from the 16. They're trying to get into the end zone. They might also be trying to get some yardage to make the field goal shorter. Aspinwall in the corner. Oh, what a catch!
Wow.
Weishauer's got it for the touchdown.
Wow.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Oh, yes, he did. Sorry to steal your thunder there, Mark. Deliver it. But what, 5'8" guy, 150 pounds. He goes up like he's Calvin Johnson or Andre Johnson and makes a terrific catch in a big spot right there. That's a tough ball to come down with, too.
And a great throw from Aspinwall. The only player that was going to catch it was Nick Weishauer. What a throw and an even better catch by the sophomore.
Now big extra point then.
And out of the hold of Weishauer. The kick is good. 41-34. Let's look at it again. So pretty.
And here it is, Mark, thrown to that back corner of the end zone. Aspinwall, I said, a great baseball player. He's got great touch with the football. And look at him go up and get this. Poor Casey Horton making a commitment. Nice attempt on defense, try to knock it down. But Weishauer just goes and grabs it. And, you know, I wonder if his uncle would like him to transfer to Bunnell next year.
Greg Bruno, the Bunnell head coach, is still here, and he must be jumping up and down for joy. And you know what? We saw two sophomores going at it. Casey Horton there with pretty good coverage. So the future now in that matchup in the corner now. Tom Unger's Indians of Guilford with the football at the 10. 4 downs. And in motion goes Horton. They give it to the fullback up the middle. Sir Geibel. And that actually was David Knapp.
Knapp on the carry. Gain of about 2 on the play. He's second down.
Picked up a couple of yards. All right, second down from the 7. This is Hoey. Lost the football. Got it back. Regained his balance, and Silvestri and others in Yerxa.
Looking for a flag right there, he was.
Holter actually knocked him out of bounds.
I'll tell you, if you want it to happen, anybody on your team, it's probably your senior leader. Great job not losing his focus right there to pick that ball up.
Well, we got a timeout on the field. Well, and there is Silvestri down again, and he came back in. He got hit in that left leg early in the game, had to come out, and then came out later on with what we thought were cramps, and now they're working on him on that right leg, the right leg both times. I think he's cramping up. Giving it quite an effort, both sides. What an effort tonight. You know, records don't indicate the desire for either team.
No, absolutely, Mark. And you know, you hear it a lot of times. It's a shame someone has to lose this football game, and that's definitely the case tonight. A well-played game from both teams, and they're leaving it out here. Everyone's leaving it right out on the field, and I know it's all cliche, but you love to see the effort from young guys like this.
If we get a shot of the Foran sideline, there it is, the entire Foran sideline down on a knee, and
whole crowd, Mark. You hear a pin drop right now at this field.
And there goes Silvestri, and he has come out a couple of times. And
it's their 4th starter tonight, Mark, that's been injured and had to go to the sideline.
A couple have come back, Saganella as well. So here we go, 3rd down from the 8. The fullback, Knapp, touchdown. Don't go anywhere yet, John Pearson, although we have an extra point to keep overtime alive. David Knapp on the plunge.
I wasn't going anywhere.
And boy, the pressure mounts with these kicks. And here's a little ice coming from Jeff Bavino. He's screaming for a timeout.
Yep. It's out on the field.
And you get one in every
timeout
session or inning.
Foran High School.
For each team, and Foran calls
That's their
its
first timeout in the extra period.
We've seen it throughout the year, Mark. Some games we've had good kicking, some games we've had horrendous kicking, and we've had good kicking here tonight. So, trying to ice him right now is a good call, but we've seen both guys pretty solid kicking the ball through the uprights tonight.
Yeah, we've just had a terrific game. Just a wonderful football game, and glad we're able to bring it to you on my TV9 and this live stream on WTNH.com, and they work on Silvestri. And that's part of it, is playing both ways. You know, it just wears you out. And this is a game, I mean, we're approaching 82 points combined.
And a double overtime.
Extra point attempt to keep things going from Joey Nault, the sophomore. Snap and hold are good. And the kick is as well. Double overtime coming up on the game of the week.
That overtime was so much fun through the end.
And now here's where, and they're not going to have Silvestri.
Right.
And the defense for Foran has to go back out right away and play.
They're young and they got a lot of energy, but at this point now you got to dig in. You got the guys playing, three ways between special teams, offense, and defense, Mark. And it's who's the first one to crack. I think a lot of these kids are off from school tomorrow too, which is a good thing with Veterans Day.
Yes, they're going to turn the alarm off if you're at home already, Mom and Dad, because that won't be needed. There's Jeff Bovino, and again, his defense now has
in the
to go
second
back
overtime period, it is Foran's choice. They've decided to be on defense and defend this goal. Guilford will be set up at the 10-yard line, first down.
Thank you very much, Greg. So the defense goes back out because the advantage is knowing, as you've said,
what you have to match.
Right. But it does also mean your defense is out there longer, and you may need to match a touchdown.
Got some movement on the line.
A lot of movement. 3 or 4 guys moving.
The bus is running.
Well, I'll tell you have to credit Guilford for giving up that touchdown and then answering quickly.
Yep.
Prior to the snap, dead ball foul, full start, offense. That's a 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
And both teams have made mistakes in their possessions, and it hasn't been just a 10-yard get.
Everyone looking for that slight advantage here, Mark. Just getting off the line just a hair quicker than your opponent. All that matters at this point right now. I'm curious to see who might be the first team to go for 2 if they both score touchdowns.
Option reversed. The pitch is loose. Who's got the football?
Oh, he's on it again.
Boy, he is lucky to come up with that one. If Foran had recovered, then that's it for Guilford as far as offense. But without scoring, Foran would then need to take over an offense and try and score. So it's not like the fumble would mean the game was over with no points being scored. So now you're talking about second down and goal from the 17. The appropriate drums beating in the band, signaling the pressure and the intensity of double overtime. No, over the middle. And on the dive, it's incomplete. He was looking for Peters, J.P. Peters. So here we go, third down from the 17. And then interesting, getting closer, John, to a possible decision for Tom Unger if you're at fourth down and 17. Or fourth down, do you go for a field goal or do you try for the touchdown?
This might be 2-down territory, Mark. You got 2 plays to get it in the end zone. It's a long field goal at this point. What is it?
17 and
34-yard field goal. I mean, Nault's got a leg. He's shown that he's accurate, and he's got a little bit of distance.
Maybe they get some yardage on this play. We'll see. And they give it to the fullback, and he's busted it down close to the 5-yard line. And that's David Knapp.
What to do?
Now what to do?
I kicked the field goal.
Carries the ball all the way down about the 5-yard line.
Well, let's see. I think if you're Tom Unger, you call timeout. And you decide what you want
Timeout.
to do.
Guilford High School.
So Joey Nault is your kicker, your field goal kicker.
Guilford's got 2 timeouts remaining.
Right? Yep. So you got an option. It looks like they're looking at the play chart. And I don't think you have to look at the play chart to look for a field goal.
Field goal now, right.
And Jeff Bavino, I think he's trying to look at the play chart across the field. He's trying to see. I think he's trying to see if they're going for it or bringing out the field goal. But I don't know if they're going to kick it. I think they're going to go for it.
It looks like that, Mark. It's called a timeout like that.
So it would be about a 22-yarder.
Yeah.
23, maybe, whatever. Not certainly the range is there for Joey Nault.
And the confidence in the cool. I mean, this
Yes.
kid has been so good under pressure all night long.
So they're going to go for it. 4th down from the 5. Nault on the option. On the cutback, he didn't get in.
And Nault is stopped at the 3-yard line.
They hit him in the backfield. He fell forward. Second error. Yerxa, Holter, the middle of that defense. Sorensen as well. And now, what kind of confidence and what does Jeff Bavino want to do with Matt Aspinwall and his offense? And he thinks Aspinwall is a tremendous kicker. And someone who could, with work, with practice, enough practice, because he's a quarterback and doesn't practice it all the time, might be able to kick field goals in college.
How about the delay? They've run that a couple times tonight, and with Aspinwall taking it, and they've had a lot of success with that.
Well, they'll hand it to Yerxa. Up the middle, Yerxa.
Dave,
Bowling forward inside the 5.
The 4-yard line.
You know what?
I
Give
think
it to
you're gonna
Yerxa.
I think you're going to see conservatism, and you're going to see the line try to fire off. They're not going to get too fancy. Because right now you're at the 4. You're 2 yards away from kicking an extra point. Keep it in the middle of the field. There's Tom Unger on the far sideline.
Yeah, let Yerxa run it one more time. Why not? He's been strong all game long.
The call by
Touchdown.
Coach Pearson, and the game winner. Foran High School in double overtime. 47-41, and the first home victory of the season. The celebration is on for the Lions. What a tremendous football game we have seen tonight. And Dave Yerxa pounding it in for the game-winning touchdown. And the Lions roar tonight. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with our post-game wrap-up. Foran over Guilford in double OT on the high school game of the week. Back in a moment.
Does your home's exterior